want to share with you 3 things that I do every day to reset and manage my mental health. I was diagnosed with depression in my early 20s, so this is more than 25 years of managing my mental health. And it's been a long road, and I didn't know these things in the very beginning. It's lots of trying and failing and trying and failing and realizing what I have to do consistently to be able to function as best as I can. And an example, before I get to the 3 things, an example of why I know I've been successful is that when I finally applied for voluntary redundancy at work early this year because the environment that I was working in wasn't conducive to my mental health, many people didn't realize that I'd been struggling with mental health for a long time because I had been doing these 3 things and others consistently to help me show up and do those things that still needed to be done. So the first thing is movement. Particularly as a light sleeper and someone who struggles to sleep every night because I have a busy brain, I repeat things in my head all the time. To be able to reset after a night of not having a good night's sleep, I would need to do movement. I need to do movement to get the blood flowing, to get my breath deepened, to get the diaphragm moving, that then massages the other organs around it, and it helps to just reset me after a night of not having slept well. And when I wake up in the morning, I can gauge, where I'm at. And if I don't do that movement, I'm not going to have the capacity to get through the day. And my husband can tell you that when he would fetch me from work at 4 p.m., I would probably be exhausted. I'd hit my limit for engaging with people for the day. And if I hadn't have done that movement at the beginning of the day, my limit would have been reached a lot sooner than that 4 p.m. mark. So movement is a mandatory for me every single day if I want to cope. Number 2 is meditation. I have to have quiet time. So my husband and I are very different in that he loves sound. Before him and I got together, he would be going to sleep with the radio or music on and waking up to the radio or music on. Whereas me, I have to have my quiet bubble. I have to have meditative moments throughout the day. And in the mornings, particularly, I have to be in this quiet bubble. And so meditative movement that doesn't require anyone talking to me or outside stimulus is very important. And then also having that quiet time to meditate and write, to read scriptures, to read things that are inspirational, but it has to be quiet. And I have to just be able to let my thoughts process what is on my mind today. What can I focus on during the day that will help keep me even-keeled, help me to be able to do the things that I need to do? What affirmations or positive words do I need for my day that if my brain is spinning and lots of popcorn thoughts, that I can use to refocus for my day? So I can pick a word, a series of words, and if I find myself spinning out, I can start repeating that phrase or that sentence over and over in my mind whilst breathing, because I forget to breathe if I'm overly stressed or overly saturated with life around me. And so as I refocus on those meditative words from that morning meditation session, I can then recenter and then carry on with what I need to do. The third thing that I wanted to talk about is every day I have to measure my capacity. What is my capacity for that day? Because the day before was the day before. I may have gone to bed feeling great, but sometimes it can be like the flicking of a switch. And so in the morning, I need to remeasure my capacity for that day and then take appropriate steps to boost my capacity for the day if I know that there are some things that I just cannot change around that have to be done that day. There might be deadlines at work. There may be commitments that have to be met because they keep the lights on, and we have to keep the lights on and keep going. But if my capacity is low for that day and there are things that I can shift or say no to, then I immediately start cancelling and shifting things around so that I can do as much as I can, be 100% of my capacity for that day and show up as I need to for the best results for me and for those that I care about, and to meet my commitments. So measuring capacity is important. And sometimes if I'm on a low day, if I haven't slept well, and I've had to boost my capacity just to get through the day, sometimes I have to measure my capacity on an hourly basis or a minute-to-minute basis. And sometimes I then have to bring other things with me for the day to help me with my coping mechanisms. So a lunchtime walk is mandatory. Some sort of movement midday will help me. If it's a particularly bad day, I might need to get up once an hour and go have a walk around the block or change of scenery. I might take myself off into the bathroom if I'm in a public, when I was working from the office, and do some lymphatic clearing, some quick kinesiology resets, etc., which I'm going to show you in other videos. And so it's a constant thing of measuring my capacity. So in the morning, I measure my capacity, and then I know, okay, what do I need to reset during the day if necessary, or will I be able to go through the whole day without any other resets? But also having backups in play, because some of our day might just come as curveballs. We don't know what's going to come at us during the day. So knowing that I've got backup with me to help me through the day if I need it as well. So those are my 3 things that I have to do every day if I'm going to manage my mental health and show up in the world. Again, 1 is movement. I have to get oxygen in my body. I have to move my diaphragm. I have to move so that I don't get stress locked in my muscles and my cells, because that's baggage that I carry around. I have to keep that moving and free. I don't want to take on more mental and emotional baggage. 2, meditative moments. That's very important for me to be able to calm my brain, to reset, to clear, so that I can think about those things that count and that I need. And the 3rd thing is measuring my capacity, because if I can't measure it, I can't put those boundaries or those measures in place that will help me to show up as I want to for the world and for those that I care about. What are your 3 things? Are they some of the ones that I use? What are those things that help you to manage your mental health every day? And feel free to share them in the comments, because maybe there's someone else out there who's going to watch this video, and maybe one of your things that you use to manage your mental health is going to resonate with them. I hope today is a day that you are managing, and not just managing but thriving. But if not, take the time out to do those things that will help you show up as you want to in the world today.